Hey everyone, it's Courtney from A Little Sunray, back with our Everything Stardew Valley 1.6 run. Our really quick heads up, our goals for spring week 1, we're still going to gift our favorite NPCs, Caroline, Clint, Linus, Pam. We still need about 40 wood, 40 copper. For crafting purposes, we need 200 money for a backpack upgrade. We're going to open the community center, meet the wizard, and again, want the skills. Fishing, level 3, farm 1, and foraging 2. Okay, so the first villager we're going to focus on is Caroline. She loves fish tacos, green tea, summer spangles, which is a flower grown in the summer, and tropical curry. The easiest for her to gift, especially in the spring, is daffodils. Those are a liked gift. And then the summer spangles in the summer and beyond as a loved gift. Once we get her 2-heart event, we will get a recipe for a green tea sapling, which then we can harvest to make, to get a leaf, which then we can brew to make a green tea. So that eventually could also be another gift option for her. The second villager we're going to focus on now is Pam. Pam loves beer, cactus fruit, glazed yams, mead, pale ale, parsnips, parsnip stew, pina colada. All that we need to really remember for her, the easiest thing for her to gift is parsnips. They grow super fast in the spring. If you don't have a parsnip, she also will like salmon berries, which we will have plenty of here in the next few days. After these two ladies is our 2 gentlemen. First, we're going to talk about Clint. Clint loves the jewel minerals like the emeralds, rubies, and topazes. When we find them in the mines, I will talk about them a little more in depth. But just remember, if you can break it from a geode, he probably will like it if it's shiny. Or you could find it on jewelry. He likes artichoke dip, fiddlehead risotto, and gold and iridium bars, and omni geodes. Omni geodes we will find a lot of very late game, so that is a potential. Realistically though, the easiest thing for us to gift are those jewels, which we should find quite a few, and then the gold bars. By the time we're finished with our first round of the cave, especially when we get down to levels 100, 120, we should be having some excess gold for a little bit, and that would be a good option too if he hasn't maxed out yet. And then finally, we can also focus on Linus this week. He loves blueberry tarts, cactus fruit, coconut, dish of the sea, the alleyway buffet, and yams. Easiest to gift are yams, which we can grow in the fall. And once we unlock the desert, we can pick up coconut and cactus fruit. In the meantime, when salmonberry season hits, he likes those. He also does really good with the spring onions that we forge. I like to put Linus here in the first week. He's a very easy NPC to gift every time you go to the mines. It doesn't have to be a loved gift, and you can slowly build him up. He does have some really good heart events and recipes. He has a kind of a weird heart event we'll be watching here in a little bit. But in general, it's really nice to get him leveled up at least halfway as soon as you can. So that is why I'm going to include him in our week. I haven't really gifted a lot this week, and honestly, at the rate we're going, I probably won't as well. But it's always good for those to have in mind. Next video, we will be focusing on a few different villagers, so this is great to keep in the back of your mind. And as always, if you are looking for a villager specifically, you don't know what to gift them, that Stardew Wiki is a wonderful resource, and I really encourage you to check it out. Later on, I'll also show you a little kind of hint. You can easily access the character and look at your previous gifts and see how they felt about them. So that's always good too, because as we see, there are quite a few NPCs in this game, so it can get pretty confusing. But in general, if it's an adult, you can't go wrong with vegetables, flowers, and eggs. The kids tend to like flowers as well. So that's kind of my go-to in gifting, or at least that's my plan right now, until I start racking in quite a few more loved gifts. All right, let's get started with the gameplay now. All right, morning everyone. Living off the land. We're back for another tip. Listen up. This one's for your folks living in Stardew Valley. Check for spring onions southwest of the town where the river meets the ocean. You can sometimes find a whole bunch growing right out of the dirt. That is where we have been going. It's great energy. Ah yes, I can hear the spirits. The spirits feel neutral today. Luck isn't something we've super talked about. It is a bit of a confusing mechanic, but it is an important mechanic in the game. When it comes to fishing, luck will improve the chances of seeing a treasure chest. So just like how we got the diamond the last time, if you have a good luck, you're more likely to find a treasure chest to spawn while you're getting that fish. Now I'm working on getting the wood for the treasure chest. We will need some more wood later on for crab pots, but that's okay. We are going to run this a little faster. Today, we're going to try it out. Let me know what you think. Clearing out a little bit of my farm so I can see better the different places and things. I know these sticks don't really help my foraging level, but I do want to clear out my farm to make room for planting and placing down different machines, so I am okay spending that energy now in the game. I have a little bit of extra energy source coming from my fish. Morning chickens. So I feel like I can be a little more free about what I choose. I am using different tools for getting the fiber. Usually I would use a scythe, but as you can see, if I use a scythe, it cuts down the grass around it as well. I really want this grass to stay. It is a food source for the chickens. If the chickens have grass, they will lay an egg. If it is a rainy day or cold in the winter, they don't come out, and then you do have to have hay. Advancement wants us to make a scarecrow. And then Robin, the local carpenter, wants us to build a silo. That is new to the Meadowlands farm. Usually that quest is to build a coop, but we don't need to because we already come with a coop. So that's an interesting little change. That will be pretty resource heavy. Well, the coop is resource heavy. Silo isn't as much, and it will be nice to have pretty soon. I didn't plan for it, but it might be worthwhile. Oh, leveled up. Looks like I leveled up in foraging. Great. Level 2, just like I wanted. So that's 1 goal done. Going to keep working a little bit more. I just really want to clear out this area. If you see north of this tree, the rocks, that does become a spouse area later on in the game. I can tell I don't have my magnet ring on. I can't get those resources far away. So when you don't have a magnet ring, it's really important to decide which side of the tree you need to be on, because that will influence which way it falls. So on this one, I want to be on the left side so it'll fall on the right, so it doesn't fall onto my house. It won't damage my house, but it might make it so the resources I can't grab, which would be a waste of energy. And right now, that's important. Hi, need still hats, okay? Come to the old house, please. So the hat mouse gives you, you unlock hats based on achievements you receive. The more achievements there are, the more hats that are available. The hats range from 1,000 to 25,000, I believe. That is new to the 1.6 update. It used to be, it used to be every hat was the same price. So kind of nerfed that. It's a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Going to Pier. Don't really have any money, but I just want to see what my options are really quick again. Just for planning purposes. I'm going to see if I can meet Abigail. She's on my last NPC. Can't meet her. She's in her room. You have to have 2 hearts to get into NPC's rooms. I know she'll be in the bar on Fridays. Just double check she's my only one. Yep, she's my only one left of that quest. The wizard will be on the 6th. So tomorrow I can open up the community center. Once I open up the community center, I can talk to the wizard. So that will be good. I know Abigail will be in the saloon on Friday night, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to keep checking. Just here to say hi, working on that friendship. Oh, Evelyn's baking cookies. How sweet. There's Alex. I'm going to need to try... I believe he now likes field snacks, which is easy to make. And he used to be an NPC that I always would be last because he's always cooked food. So that would be exciting. There's Elliot. Hello. Again, talking to the villagers slowly raises their hearts. So I'll take the free points. There's carrot seeds. So next time, I'm going to try to stop. Is you see the worms that tells you you need to hoe the ground because there's resources. If they are green worms, they will be exclusively seeds. I believe that's new to 1.6. So I'm not quite sure. If they're black, then they could be different resources and artifacts. It's an artifact spot. This does mean originally in past version, those spots were always artifact spots. Now that it's split into the 2, it makes it harder to find the artifact spots. So it's actually now harder to fill out the museum as quickly as it used to be. So we will have to keep an eye on that. I did set the goals based on how easy it was in the past. So that might be a difficult goal. Fishing a little bit, Joja Cola. Sam likes Joja Cola. And I used to always keep it on hand for him, but now it does provide a speed boost, similar to coffee, which is really nice this early game. You can move really fast and access different parts of the map. Back the back road, see if there's any extra. Always like having my hoe. Oh, look at that. Some resources. The dots in this ground are the seeds I planted earlier. Eventually they'll become trees, which is a nice resource. Going to put this chest in here with the chickens. Usually I keep it inside the coop, but for now that'll be fine. Love that speed boost for 21 seconds. That's a really long time. Okay. We're going to fill up. We're going to water. We're going to water our plants first. Plant our new carrot seeds. On the ground, it shows 4 seeds in a square. So if you get really good with Stardew, especially the mixed seeds, you can look at what it looks like when it goes on the ground and then have a pretty good idea of what will show up there. Looks like carrot is 4 little seeds in 1 square. We're going to bring that chest back inside. I like having it inside. Eventually, when you have a lot of animals, if you run out of space, you can quickly put their resources there and save it. I like to put extra hay in there if I don't have a silo. Eventually, if I get a silo and I fill the silo, I'll empty it and then put the extra hay in there, because in wintertime you can't get fresh hay, you'll have to go down to Marnie's and that gets expensive. So I do like to try to stockpile when I can. I'm going to clear the farm just a little bit, making the pathway down a little easier to navigate. It's not great navigation, but with each time I spend, you know, 4 or 5 energy, it will clear it up pretty well by the end of the summer, or by the end of the season. Now when summer hits, these sticks and rocks and grass and fiber do randomly respawn. Down here you can take a screenshot. Some people like to take a screenshot of big areas, then they go to that folder to access it. I'm going to be honest, I don't quite know where it saves. I'm sure it's in my Stardew file, but you can look at it really quickly and then see where the items are, not waste your energy. Going down, ooh, lots of spring onions today. That's very exciting. Lots of good energy there. Oh, this is a great time to talk about the star quality. So as an item has a greater star, there's normal, silver, and then gold. The amount of energy and health it increases can increase, but also the price, if you decide to sell it, will increase. That's true for also fish, different farming crops. So river jelly, that'll be interesting. I've heard the jelly is hard to get, so I'm going to keep it there for now. Treasure chests that are located outside of your farm do have a small chance of being destroyed by NPCs if it's in their walking path. But I know there are no NPCs that walk down here, so I'm not too worried about keeping my items here for now. Some chub. Okay, those are kind of an easier fish. Ooh, there's some treasure chest. Again, not going for it unless it's easy. I mean, ideally it'll be when you're trying to catch the fish. It'll also coincide with getting the treasure chest. That's really nice. Oh my gosh, another diamond. Okay, well that for sure we'll have to donate one now to the museum. But that totally made me lose my train of thought. Oh, community center. I like to donate non-quality items or normal quality, because when you donate the item, you don't get any money back. If you finish a bundle, you do get items for it, which is nice. But I do like to keep the higher quality items for myself for purposes of selling or getting extra health and energy if needed. Bream. We need both a chub and a bream for the community center. Yeah, so the higher quality fish will also give you, I believe, higher EXP. So it's always best to try and get the higher quality. If you can keep the fish in the green line the whole time and get a perfect, like that, you will get the max EXP offer for it, and then the odds of having the fish at a higher star level are improved. If it gets out of the green like this did, it is better to go if a treasure chest spawns to get that, because that'll give you the second highest EXP. After that, just do your best. Again, if you don't catch the fish, you don't get any EXP, so it's always best to catch the fish when it comes down to it. Treasure chests are just a nice bonus. And again, if you hate the mini game of fishing, I know it's not very popular with some people, you can sidestep fishing by getting crab pots. Crab pots are a passive way of getting EXP for fishing if they catch a fish. They do have the chance of catching trash, and you don't get EXP for them, but eventually you do get a recycling machine that changes those trash to useful resources. And some NPCs actually like the trash. Look at that, fishing level 3, perfect. And Evelyn likes the broken glasses now with 1.6. So some different items for that. Let's see. So I have my 3 and 2. I'm still missing fishing level 1. But when the parsnips come due tomorrow, that should give me my fishing level 1. Sometimes I like to click the items, especially when you have a lot, all of the inventory unlocked with the backpacks, because if you have a like item, it can stack. Sometimes I like doing that, especially when I'm trying to clear out a treasure chest or inventory. There's Leah. Again, she likes the driftwood. I don't have any driftwood for her. That's okay. She is pretty good if you have extra things. Like, she likes those wild onions, so that's an option. You can give that to her. I'm going to save. Right now, the wild onions are perfect for my energy purposes, so I'm going to keep them until I get a nice amount of fish or salmon berries that are coming later. And then I will use them for gifts. Harvey the doctor, the town doctor, also likes spring onions, as does Linus, so that's kind of a nice free item you can give them. They're liked gifts, so it won't give you a ton of XP in friendship, but it'll be something. Way to put these items in here. Not all of these will go to the community center, but for now, it's fine. Just trying to manage. There's really no rhyme or reason to this, just more what I think I'm going to need first and second. Going to leave. Well, right now I'm not going to need the bait until I have crab pots or a fishing pool that can utilize that, so I'll put that in my big chest at the farm. That treasure chest does concern me slightly. Of course, I'm exhausted. It's so silly. I don't think it's in an NPC's way, but it is probably my most risky. I usually put the treasure chest behind the saloon. There's a little crease where you can do that. That is out of the NPC path. You do have to be careful because quite a lot of NPCs cross behind the saloon. But I'll try to remember to put a treasure chest there so you can see. Oh, so close. Need a green algae for the extra energy. Eventually we'll need the algae to make some fishing ponds, but we're gonna be fishing plenty. I'm not too worried about it. They do become a drop too for some different monsters, or they're pretty frequent in the cave. So again, I'm not too concerned, but it is something I'm gonna keep an eye on because I will need 5 of them, which is quite a bit early game, but doable. Alrighty, it's getting almost to 11. Obviously, I'm not going fishing, but I might cut some more wood down just for a little extra EXP. Until midnight, you don't lose energy for the next day. So if you have the energy, I recommend spending it. Just make sure you don't exhaust yourself or run out without energy, because that does make a big difference the next day. Oh, 1. Okay, usually I recommend keeping at least 3, so that way if you have an accident click, you don't exhaust yourself, but we'll see. I'm gonna plant this acorn just so it becomes a tree. I'm not gonna unlock the community center bus for a little bit, so that'll be plenty of time for that tree to grow and for me to cut it down later. Emptying out my inventory. So that shows you the color. You can change your treasure chest color, which is nice when you start having multiple chests to organize it. You can add to existing stacks, or you can organize. When you organize, the tools go all the way to the front, so that's an easy way if you've lost a tool for you to find it really quick. Looking at my items. Can't believe I got another diamond. That's awesome. I've got my wood I needed. Still don't have the copper though, so that will be important. Oh, it's midnight. Time to head to bed. See you all soon. Let's see, level 2 foraging, +1 axe proficiency with a new crafting recipe of a charcoal kiln. Level 3 fishing, that's the fishing rod proficiency, so it's less energy to cast. I've got the crab pot, which I need for the NPC birthday, and a recipe. Can't cook right now, so I'm not too worried about the recipe, but I will need it later for getting the achievement, so it is important. All right, we are starting day 5. Friday. TGIF, guys. You know, I think I'm liking this speed up version of the video. It's just slightly faster, but it does seem to make a difference. Might be able to cover 3 days at once. Oh, there we go. Farming level has gone up. So with that, we've got now all of the skill levels we were going for week 1. That's great. I will get the scarecrow recipe tonight in the mail. Or not tonight in the mail, when I level up tonight. Clear out this coop just a little bit more. Again, if the space is occupied, grass will not grow there. And I really want grass to grow in this area. Ooh, 2 eggs today. Great. I try to close the fence during the day, or they will get out. If your coop or barn is next to where you plant, you do run the risk of them eating your items, so that's not great. Looking at a few things. One of the achievements is selling 1 of each item. So I'm going to grab a few that I have extras of. It's not a ton, but I am selling 1 of each, so that way it will get filled out. Got some new items in stock. A deluxe fishing pole. I don't have that money. That's a long note from Joja to telling us that the mines are open. And let's see. We still have the money. Now, originally I wanted to have 2,000 gold for the backpack upgrade. But I'm getting concerned that it's already the 5th. Vincent's birthday is either the 7th or the 10th. We're kind of running out of time to potentially get a loved gift from him. So I'm thinking of being a little risky and selling some of my items. Trying to think. I believe a crab pot is 1,500. It might be 1,200. So I'm just looking at... Yeah, there's no way I'm going to have iron bars in time for his birthday. And I don't really want to buy them from Clint. I'm going to sell this diamond. You get 750 gold for it. It's kind of risky, but now that I have 2 diamonds, I'll have a backup loved gift if needed for some of the item for NPCs that need it. Yeah, it's not ideal, but I tend to be a hoarder in this game. So I tend to like having the items if I need them. If you ever need to look back at the mail, you can go to that slot at the bottom and it'll tell you what you received from the mail. So that's kind of a nice way, especially when the festivals come up, if you're forgetting when they are, or later on who your secret gift giver is. You have to give a secret gift to at the end of the year. That's a good way to remember. I'm out of water, so I'm going to bring that with me. We'll fill it up as we go. No foraging. Keep going. Okay, the community center scene. You do have to enter in from that bus stop area, and it has to be in the morning on a non-rainy day. So it's great. Lewis says, hi. What an eyesore. This is the Pelican Town Community Center, or what's left of it anyway. It used to be the pride and joy of the town, always bustling with activity. Makes you wonder why they stopped taking care of it. Now just look at it. It's shameful. These days, the young folk would rather sit in front of the TV than engage with the community. Hey now. But listen to me, I sound like an old fool. Joja Corporation has been hounding me to sell them the land so they can turn it into a warehouse. Pelican Town could use the money, but there's something stopping me from selling it. I guess old-timers like me get attached to relics of the past. Ah, well. If anyone buys a Joja Cola membership, I'm going to go ahead and sell it. I'll have to show you guys where Joja Co is. Let's go inside. I haven't done that yet this playthrough, so that'll be important. We're not going to go the Joja way, but it is part of the map, so I will show it to you guys. What's this? I guess Vincent and Jazz must be playing in here. That is actually a Junimo hut. Magical fairy. This place is even more dilapidated than I remember. If you go the community center route, you can then eventually get a Jojo hut. Or not Jojo, sorry, a Junimo hut. And they will help harvest an area of your farm. So that's kind of fun. You saw something? Not surprised. I think he said something about rats. Sorry, I sped through that. I'm used to clicking really fast through this. You're worrying me, Courtney. Look, I think I'm gonna get home and eat some lunch. Hey, I'll keep this place unlocked for now. Man, I'm just clicking through that. Sorry, guys. Strange. I'll have to come back here and explore. That's your hint? You do need to explore if you want to open up the community center and meet the wizard. So I'm going to go right back. You need to go to the left here, past the Junimo hut. Whoa. And down here, there's a note here that's in a language you can't read. That's okay. That's where the wizard's going to come in. This will trigger the wizard mail and letter and a way to meet him tomorrow. We're going to go north here. There's a bridge actually down south, so we don't have to. But I wanted to show you guys there's that green seed spot, for lack of a better word. Over here. Oh, yep, fill up my watering can. Looks like there's a lot of fiber there. That's good to go. Here's Joja Mart. We go over. Here's Morse. Welcome to Joja Mart. How are you doing today? I don't believe we've met. I'm the representative. Membership is now available. Oh, another thing. Mayor Lewis promised us to sell it. Membership costs 5,000 gold. No, we are not. If you look at the items you can't sell to Joja Mart, they do sell the different seeds that are of that season, but it is at a higher price. The only exception to that rule, hey Shane, is sunflower seeds. They are actually cheaper at Joja Mart. They are the only plant that is cheaper at Joja Mart. So that's something you can keep in mind when it comes to summer and fall. They do have a trash can here you can check. You can typically find Shane, Sam, and Pam at Joja Mart. They all work there, and sometimes you can also find Jody shopping there. Looking at the items to sell. If you sell something and you change your mind, go to the very bottom. It has that redo sign, and you can get your money back. If you click out of the window, though, if you sell and click out, it will be gone. So keep that in mind. All right, was looking. I've sold all my produce. I'm going to go south. Ooh, Joja Cola. Don't mind if I do. I wish that if you drank it, you could keep the can and use that as a resource, but you can't. I'm going to go into Lewis's house. There is a new event. We finished a bulletin board request, so now this will trigger the event. If you come before that, nothing happens. You have to have seen one job posting, and I believe have finished it for it to show up. So here's a new program I've come up with to help promote the spirit of goodwill in the townsfolk, you included. It's pretty simple. Sometimes when you help out others, you're going to receive a prize ticket. You can turn them in for rewards. There's some special stuff in there. Woohoo! This is new to 1.6, so I'm really excited about this. My only worry is that people will just go over the tickets. Obviously, the correct answer is I just want to help. We're trying to have goodwill. It has nothing to do with all the free stuff. Though, honestly, I'm doing it for all the free stuff. At any rate, keep checking the help wanted. Help wanted's great for building friendship. Again, if you finish a request, it gives 150 friendship points, so that's awesome. Traditional tea setting. Let's check out what else he's got here. His oven needs a good cleaning. There's a box here. Lost and found. If you lose your tools, I think that's where you can get them. Marriage log if you want to divorce. Keeps finances. Okay, and then there's the tickets. And the prize, what it points to will be the prize you receive. Okay. I wonder... Okay, let me check. Okay, I've got the money from Emily. Do I automatically get a ticket? Let's double check. I don't think so. I think it's listed. Yeah, no ticket. Okay. I think it will be listed on the job posting that you might get a prize ticket, or it might show that you get a prize ticket when you complete a request. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. All right, we're going north. Ooh, daffodil. My favorite flower. If you eat it, it gives no energy benefits. There's no point in eating it, but it's pretty. If you upgrade tools, it shows that you need what you need for resources and how much. If I had my geodes, you can unlock them here. And sell minerals here and quite a few artifacts. If they're rock related artifacts, you can sell them here. Got 1,200. Let's double check. I really think it's 1,500 though. Can't believe I'm going to get close to my 2,000 goal and not even use it. Here's an artifact spot. Got clay. That's okay. Clay is important. Hello, Mr. Elliot. Elliot will be one of the last NPCs we friend. Hoy there, it's nice to see young folk moving into the valley. Elliot and Willie both like fall items. Fish smoker, okay. Marine bait, okay, so bait that's focused just on that. Crab pot, 1,500, okay. If you're having a hard time with fishing, that training rod is helpful. It makes the bar bigger, so easier to catch things, but you can't get quality fish then. Oh, so close. Okay, let's do maybe 1 or 2 fishing. Chances. It's 120, so we should have plenty of time. I believe the store closes at either 4 or 5. Okay. Easy. Sardine. Okay. I don't think they sell for very much, so I'm going to do another one. I also need a sardine for the community center. It's either sardine or anchovy. So I kind of want to keep at least one if I can. Another sardine. Oh, look at that. And higher quality. So again, that will sell for more. Yeah, we'll do one more cast. It's only 2 o'clock. We have plenty of time. Here we go. Alrighty. And another sardine. Oh, and gold. Look at that. Normal, silver, and gold. There is an iridium quality. You do have to be a higher fishing level, and I believe have a higher fishing rod. So odds of me getting iridium are pretty much 0. So gold is pretty exciting for right now. But eventually we'll start getting iridium quality fish, which sell for even more than it. I believe it's a 2-time multiplier. A herring. All right. So here, again, you can see how it's different. So 30, 40, 50. And again, look at the energy. Energy increase, health increase. So right now I need the cash. So I'm going to sell the higher item. And look at that. We can get a crab pot. And I'm going to get 1 bait because I don't want to walk all the way back to the house. Ooh, it's over here. Frigate. Ooh, and the bobber style. Okay, so if you like one of these, you can click it. Right now it's the red and white. I'm going to click the random button. We're going to see, ooh, my battery is low. That's super distracting. Okay, ooh, it is now green and yellow. Okay. I will be interested in checking that as we progress. That is different. And I'm wondering if eventually you can craft different bobbers. Ooh, sea jelly. Interesting. Don't mind if I do. If you can craft different bobbers or at different festivals, if we can buy them, that'll be interesting. Still have got to meet that Abigail. It is almost time. I believe she actually goes to the bar at around, saloon at 4. And she stays there until like 8. So we've got time. Putting out the crab pot and then putting in the bait. If you don't put the bait in, you won't catch anything in the pot. So that is an important step. There's Granny. Oh, and here's Alex. Granny and Alex do not go in the Star Drop Saloon. So it isn't, if we want to say hi to them, that's how we do it. Here's Sebastian. He's going to the saloon. We'll say hi to George. Again, as we say hi, we're building up that friendship points, even if it's just a couple at a time. There's Pam. Before we start day 6, I'm going to pull up the people we're focusing on for gifts and start talking about them. I think if each week we focus on a different NPC just to make it less hectic. It's a lot of information all at once. There's Miss Abigail. If you look over here, it says 0 out of 8 friendship. Every 2 levels or hearts of friendships will change that color circle at the bottom of their dialogue box. Eventually we'll want to get it to purple. Gonna say hi to Emily. She's blue too. I don't have hearts with anyone, so they're all blue right now. Give her a daffodil. Oh, and with that journal, we win a friend. So I still need to do the farming or the scarecrow and the silo. Talk to Pierre really quick. Working hard. I deserve a little relaxation on a Friday night. Okay, Pierre. There you go. All right. Oh, here's Robin. Meeting people new in town must be exhausting. Oh, and Demetrius is right behind her. That's her husband. And Lewis is behind him. If you stand in front of NPC, so they can't go to where they want to go, I'll do it right here with Shane. They will get the ... dots, and then they'll move really fast through you. That is an easy way to get an NPC to actually get to a place earlier than they typically plan to. Here's Jody talking about JoJoCo. People like to speed up Pam when she starts driving the bus. We've got some herring and anchovy, so that way she gets there. I think it's only like 20 minutes, but 20 minutes is 20 minutes. Oh, battery is running low. I'm gonna have to pause pretty quick here. Right, herring. I don't think I need any, but I'll leave one in there for the bundle, leaving my artifacts here because eventually I need to be on the other side of town with them to donate them. So it's fine for them to be here for now. Really need to put that treasure chest up against the wall just to ensure no one walks over it, but that's okay. I am going to water my crops before I forget. And drop off my extra. It's 7 o'clock, so I still have a little time. I'm going to... I kind of wanted that wood, but I think I would like another treasure chest. What is my... luck is not on my side. Okay, that's good to know. Remember, we got that notice in the mail that the mines were open. With luck not being on my side, it means there's going to be less ores and gems to find and more monsters, which is not what I really want right now because I am very low health and low energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my mine set up. I like to put a treasure chest in there. You can do that on the entry floor and it will stay there. Please don't destroy my tent. I won't, Linus. I'm going to just get it set up because the last thing I want to do is go to the mines and then forget to put the treasure chest, and then it kind of ruins my day's progress. Ooh, got some more carrots. Ooh, a new cutscene. Hello, Marlin. I was just peering down into this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades. Still, there's probably good ore down there. But a dark place undisturbed for so long, I'm afraid ore isn't the only thing you'll find. Here, take this. You might need it. Oh yay, a rusty sword. Like, I'm glad he gives you a weapon, but it is pretty useless. So really, if I need it, maybe give me a better weapon. Silly Marlin. Helpful, but not helpful. I'm gonna leave my sword here. Because I don't have the wilderness farm, I don't have monsters that spawn randomly on my farm. Ooh, this is new. Okay, here's the Adventurers Guild. Here's a beautiful waterfall and a little bridge. Some leaks, okay. This bridge will repair with a community center upgrade. Another leak. Leaks are a favorite of George and part of the community center. Oh, different bobber. I like this random. Oh, there's the driftwood Leah likes. You know, it'd be wild if we got another diamond. If I got another diamond, you guys would not believe that this is a vanilla game. So maybe it is best that I do not get another diamond. But I'd like one. It's always nice to have. Let's see what this treasure chest holds. Okay, geode's good. Ooh, 5 copper. I'll need that to make a bar. 1 bar is 5 copper and 1 coal. And I need 20 copper to make that smelting. Make a furnace to smelt in. So we're definitely working on that copper goal. Let's see. So this is a good time. Be sure to like and subscribe. And let me know if you like this sped up style of gameplay. I will be able to put 3 days in one, and I think that will be nice for video content because soon the days are going to start blending in together. Ooh, I got a carp. Nice. I need a carp. Ooh, and it's gold. We're gonna fish again. We get a treasure chest. We'll have to get rid of something. Probably get rid of the carrot seeds, even though they're... Oh, there we go. We got trash. Okay. I'm going to keep this trash. It eventually can become candles, which would be nice in this darkness since I don't have a glow ring. It can also become wool, which is part of the community center. I will be focusing on my barn, but it will take time. And then if you, I'm sorry, I said wool, it will become cloth. When you have an animal that gives you wool, you then have to process it with a loom to make it into the cloth. So getting some cloth early would save me some time in pushing the community center. Eventually I'll get all of the animals. Kind of like the Pokemon, gotta collect them all. Ooh. I'm gonna need a new treasure chest down here soon. Finish watering a few items. It's already 11:50. I'm running out of time. If the luck is good tomorrow, I'm going to the mine, so I will need that energy. I do have quite a few spring onions, so I think I'm gonna clean up just a little more. Why is this not moving? There we go. It's really hard when it's dark like this to see. Trying to get all the resources I have too, because if you don't pick it up that day, you can lose them. So it is important. Just cleaning up the farm just a little bit. Oh, it's already 1. I want to use up this energy that I have. It just feels like a waste to go to sleep already. Kind of a gamble. I will be leveling. Oh, actually it's not a gamble because I got a farm level today. So when you gain a level in a skill, as long as you go to bed not exhausted and not passed out, you will get max energy the next day, regardless of what time you go to bed. Make a field snack, that'll be a good energy source for the mines. And with that, it's 140. I'm gonna need a bait tomorrow for the crab pot. Yeah, okay. I think that's enough inventory management. And with that, I've got the scarecrow. Look at that. And some basic fertilizer. Oh, I forgot that was this level too. That will be nice. I will need sap for that. If you click the plus sign on the side, it will open up each individual tab to show you what each item of that category sells for. So that's nice if you're wondering what the breakdown is. Okay. All right, with that, we're gonna do day 6. Now, depending on my luck will depend on if we're doing gifts or going to the cave. So let's see. Spirits are in good humor today. We'll have a little extra luck. Oh, and we're not going to gift. Oh, it's Glint. Hi there, Courtney. I noticed that you've been breaking some rock and finding some ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ore you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. All right, let's check. We have good humor. So we will be going to the fishing mines. Gonna water our crops here. Right, put out our treasure chest. I'm gonna make this one green and this one blue. The green will have my farming items. Blue's going to have anything related to fishing in them. It's kind of an easy visual for me. Let's see. I know this is thrilling video content, but it does make a big difference in my speed through the game. If things are where they need to be, I'm going to get another chest. Some bait. So I have that crab pot down south for Vincent. I don't know if I really want to be... I don't want to go down there forget the bait and then have to go all the way back here. So I might leave. Yeah, I'm going to make a treasure chest for it and bring it with me. Let's see. Everything else here is fishing or trash, which we can recycle. Return these items. Quite a few things that need to be brought to the museum. Get a little more wood because I just used that up when I wasn't going to. And with that, I hear a little one. Since I used that wood I wasn't planning on to make an extra chest. But really in this game, you can't have enough chests. Make a scarecrow that will fill that one quest and should protect my crops from crow attack. And just cleaning this up just a little bit more. Alrighty. Getting rid of my extra resources. I will put out a scarecrow. That should cover up any crops I have. Ooh, artifact spot. I have so many of these rusty spurs. Alright, and pet my chicken. The higher the friendship level, the bigger the egg, and the higher the quality of egg. I will need a large white and brown egg for the community center. Plus, I feel like if you have an animal, you should treat them right. Give them some love when you're near them. Doesn't have to be every day, but it should be most days. After all, if you were someone's pet, wouldn't you want them to acknowledge your existence every once in a while? Cleaning up a little more of those resources. Going to get a Joja. Cola for some speed in the mine. Get some onions for some energy in the mine. Gonna need that for sure. Oop, one down here. Tricky, tricky. Let's see. Oh, I've got a heart with Emily from finishing her quest. It wasn't even in the plans. I don't think this week I'm going to be friending the people that I had originally planned on. So I'm really going to have to focus hard on them next week. Ah, bubbles. Don't have a fishing rod. Really, that 2,000 would be very helpful right now for that backpack upgrade. Then I could carry all of my tools. Well, hello, Jazz. You smell like grass. Good morning to you too, Jazz. Alright. Oh, man. I was really hoping for a snail for Vincent. Oh well. Dad's coming home. I hope he brings me some toys. Sam. I just remembered. I forgot about something and then I forgot it. Same Sam. Hey. Come here. Sorry guys, it's Luna. Making her presence known. Drink the Joja Cola, get some energy. Saying hi to Miss Penny. Oh, there's Sebastian. Nothing in this trash can or this one. Need sunfish from Lewis. We probably could make that work out. If it's Willy requesting, usually you have to catch it fresh. It's the other villagers requesting fish. Usually can just be some that you store in your inventory. It's typically why I keep 2 to 3 of each item as I progress in the game. That way when I have these bulletin board requests, I can just fill them at my leisure. Happy by myself, you know. Oh, okay, Linus. Well, I'm going to bother you every day, so learn to love me. All right, we've got our sword. We don't need any coal. I like to put my food near my weapons up for a quick energy boost if needed. These rocks right here that are kind of whitish silver on the top will always take an extra hit compared to the regular rocks that are right here with a regular axe, but they will always drop 2 stone. The other rocks, not necessarily. These big rocks right here take a significant amount of hits, but then drop 20 stone. I'm not going to bother with them though until I have an upgraded pickaxe. With that, this is a really good time to take a break and talk about enemies / monsters. I use those 2 words interchangeably, so if you hear me say enemies, that's what I'm talking about. If you hear me say monsters, it's the same thing. I switch back and forth. I believe Stardew calls them enemies, but it is the monster challenges later, so it goes both ways. Anyways, let's get started. These are the monsters that you are going to encounter on the lower levels of the caves. We're just going to go through the ones that you're going to see from floors 1 through 39. Once you get to floor 40, it changes biomes, and that's a whole different set of slimes. So the most common of the monsters is the green slime. It can spawn any level in the mines. It also spawns in the secret woods, and if you chose the wilderness farm, it can spawn there. It has 2 attacks in any direction, a slow bounce, and then a charging jump, in which they kind of stop and then they lunge forward. They drop sap and slime. And this is a really good time to mention that if you reach the bottom of this cave and mines, then all monsters, including the green slimes, have a chance of dropping diamonds and prismatic shards. Now, slimes can break off into 2 other subcategories as well. So the first of them is the male slime, or what I like to call the pom-pom heads. They have a 49% chance of spawning, and they have 25% more health over the base HP and 1 more damage. So for example, a regular green would have 24 HP and 5 damage, and a male green would have 30 HP and 6 damage. It is important to know the distinction because when you have a slime hutch, you will need a female slime, regular slime, and a male slime in order to have a slime egg hatch or spawn in the hutch. The next of the categories is the special slime. They're indicated by having a yellow star on their antenna, and the star stays the same regardless of what color the slimes change. There is a small chance for it to replace any slime every time you start a new floor. Their antenna, as I said, is a small star. They have 3 times the health and 2 times the damage. So for example, a regular green has 24 health, 5 damage. A special would have 72 health and 10 damage. And they spawn specifically on floors 1 through 39 if you're looking for the green spawn. If you're looking for the green special. Now each special has different drops and they are worthwhile. All of the slimes have a chance of dropping not only the sap and the slime, but they can drop boots, weapons, and rings as well. And depending on what color the slime is, depends on what options are for those equipment items. So if you have a high enough HP and preferably a really good weapon, I recommend going after these special slimes. Even if their drop is something that is a lower level than you're currently using, you can sell back rings, shoes, hats, and weapons to the Adventure Guild, so it's worthwhile to keep it. The next monster we're going to talk about that you'll see pretty commonly is the bug. It is probably the easiest of the monsters in my opinion. They fly in one path, either vertically, so that's up or down, or horizontal, left and right, with no change. The only way they change the direction they're moving is if they encounter a wall or a rock, it'll flip them around and go the other direction. They will not change even if you're standing right next to them, as long as you're not in their path. They have only 1 HP and they deal with 8 damage. So the best thing to do is stand off to the side and hit them, and they die quickly. They drop bug meat, white algae, dwarf scrolls 1 or 4, and you'll need all 4 in the museum later on in the game, so that is important. And they have the chance of dropping an ancient seed. The next of the monsters are the Duggies. They're found in the dirt patches in the caves, and they can move and sense the player for up to 2 tiles. They have 40 HP and 6 damage, and they can drop cherry bombs, which is really nice at this lower level. Diamonds, chewing sticks, those scrolls, the earth crystals, geodes, and yams. And yams are part of the community center for a fall crop. The best strategy for a Dougie is move off to the side. They'll try to spawn in between your feet to hit you. Move off to the side, hit, hit, hit. When they go back under the ground, move quickly because they're about to pop back up where you're standing. The next of the monsters is the rock crab. They are disguised as stones, which is a little annoying. When they are not moving, they take 0 damage. They're invulnerable. The best way to get them to start moving is either hit them with a pickaxe or place a bomb near them. If the bomb goes off, it has a chance of breaking the rock that's on them, and then they scurry away just as the crab. They have 30 HP and deal 5 damage, and they drop cherry bombs, dwarf scrolls, and the fish crab, which is part of the community center bundle for the crab pots. If you don't want to make or purchase a crab pot in order to finish that bundle, you will need a crab. The last of the enemies / monsters I'm going to talk about now is an insect lifestyle. So I'm going to go over the 3 stages. The first is the grub. The grub will appear in groups and attack. They will flee when they get low health and attempt to pupate or get into a cocoon. When they're in that cocoon, they are immune and they will emerge as a cave fly. Do not let them run away. My best advice is when you start hitting them, make sure to corner them as quickly as you can against a wall or a grouping of stones so they can't get away as easily, and then just go to town on them. You do not want them turning into a cave fly. They have 20 HP and do 4 damage. They will drop the bug meat, the ancient seed, the dwarf scrolls, the white algae, and also rice shoots. And according to the Stardew wiki, a very rare drop is the bait and bobber book. It's so rare that it doesn't even have a percentage right now. So that would be a really fun thing to have. And then if it does get through the cocoon, or this can spawn randomly, it will turn into a cave fly. This is by far the hardest monster in this first biome, floors 1 through 39. They fly at you, even through walls, even through rocks at very high speeds from all directions. They can swarm. So if you're on a level, sometimes you'll notice that all around you is a yellow or a green haze all of a sudden. That is to indicate that a swarm is coming, which means a lot of these flies or later bats are going to come after you. You need to get your weapon out quickly and get some health, or find a ladder and go before they come. It's just a big warning. And it can last for a significant amount of time. So it is a big deal. When they are a fly, they have 22 HP and deal 6 damage. They drop those bug meat, the white algae, and the scrolls, and they have a chance of dropping those ancient seeds. With that, those are the main enemies you're going to encounter these first 39 floors. When I hit floor 40, I'll go through the next set. But hope that gives you a little bit more information when you encounter these monsters about what you're facing. So with that, let's get started back with the mines. So it's just not worth the energy. Even right now, this double stone one isn't really worth the energy. When we upgrade our pickaxe and get some pickaxe proficiency and mining proficiency, the energy needed will go from 2 hits to 1 hit, and then it'll be really worth it. Because then it's some guaranteed resources with the possibility of a ladder. Right now I'm fighting in floors 1 through 5 are slimes and bugs, the flying bugs. Slimes will hop around, so they're definitely the more dangerous of the 2 monsters right now. The flying bugs just go in one direction back and forth until they hit something, then they turn around and go right back where they were. So they're a bit easier to plan. Oh, right here is an elevator. You get it every 5 levels. It's important to stand next to it even for a second to turn it on. If you don't, it stays off. This lets me warp down to level 5. If I go down that ladder right there that I went down in the beginning, you just go down 1 level. So those elevators are really nice, especially since this mine goes past the hundreds. So definitely worth your time. So we go back to level 5, back to 0. It starts me back there. That's why I put my treasure chest right there too for quick dumping of resources and then going back to fight or mine. Slimes do come in different colors. Green is the most basic and has the lowest HP. Then there's blue, and purples, and reds. And there's even tiger slimes. They come in lots of different colors. Different colors have different HPs and hits. Right now I'm really working to getting that copper goal. It's already 4 o'clock. I know I'm kind of low on copper. I haven't seen too many. It's an okay luck day, but it's not an amazing luck day, which is probably why we haven't seen as much copper as I would like. It's important to pick up the bug meat. You can later turn that into steak for a recipe, or what I commonly use it for is bait for fishing. So it's definitely a resource to keep if you can. Oh, something I forgot to mention is slimes, when they hit you, have the chance of slowing you down, which slows down your reaction, speed, movement, and fighting. So it's really important to try to kill them before they do that for you. It becomes a problem if there's lots of them and they're all doing that to you. You can get quickly out of your depth before you even realize it. Oh, here's some copper. That's very nice. Starting to feel exhausted. I'm at floor 8. It'd be nice if I could get to floor 10. If you bring a hoe down into the mines, that dirt there can be hoed. If you don't have a hoe but have a bomb. Oh, sluggish. No, and I even had spring onions. Poor choice. As you can see here in a moment, I have some food. It'll return my speed from exhaustion, but I won't get rid of that exhaustion penalty for the next day unless I go to Harvey and get some really expensive medicine, which I don't plan on doing. An earth crystal, I need that for the community center. And this purple node takes 5 hits, but it does give me an amethyst. Amethyst is useful for the museum donations. It's also a jewel mineral, so it is loved by many a villager. It's definitely worthwhile to have in my inventory. 6:50. Okay, I'm gonna finish up eating my spring onions to open up that spot for some wood. Ooh, treasure chest. Okay, going back up. I'm gonna dump some of my items to get some space. These are all predetermined items unless at the very beginning of the game in the preferences you chose to remix them. Leather boots. I can now equip them to my character. I get 1 defense and 1 immunity, which will be helpful in combat. Okay, I have a mining level but not a combat level. That is interesting. I can guarantee that combat will be the last one that I achieve mastery in. I am getting better at combat the more I play, but in general, I go for the resources and shiny things. Later on, there are materials you can make to make monsters appear more or less frequently. You can always go down to the mines on bad luck days, and there will be more monsters then, which is helpful if you're doing the monster quest. Oh, here's a Dougie. It dropped a geode. That's nice. And amethyst node. Okay. This is another topaz, not amethyst, sorry. This is another jeweled mineral. It's not as loved as the amethyst, but it's decently loved. I always keep 2 or 3 on hand. I always seem to get them on quests too for help wanted quests. So it's kind of an interesting one. You can also donate it to the museum library. Picking up some fiber. Come here. Come here. Sorry guys, the tarp on our chicken coop outside. Yes, I have chickens in real life too, because Stardew wasn't enough. It is moving in a storm that's coming, and it's freaking out Luna. She thinks something's out there trying to get her chickens. Another slime. I will be keeping the slime if I can find it. It is a community center, but you need 99 of them. I like to keep them later because I love the slime hutch building, and you can use 99 slime to make a slime egg, which sells for a very good profit. It's a good passive income. Let's see. Cave made. Okay, it is 11:30, so I am running out of time. And I am low on already low on energy, and I'm sluggish, so I'm not gonna risk spending the energy I don't have. Let's see, what do I not want to keep here? I don't need the slime for now. I'm not going to use it for bait because I don't have the upgraded pole, so I don't need to keep the bug meat. So I'm heading back. Eventually, when I upgrade the minecart, I can stay until about 1 o'clock. But until then, I really am going to need to get a move on. It's going to take me a while to get back to my farm, especially in complete darkness. I'm going to hit walls and things. It's not as easy to see, which, duh, it's dark. One nice thing, if I could level up my combat, is that levels up your health, which makes fighting easier. Take more hits. Let's plant some of these seeds. It's 12:40, so I have a little time. Don't have much water though. Ooh, am I gonna make it? Yeah, I am pushing it. You know what? I do not feel comfortable with this. I don't want to pass out and lose the money I have. So I'm putting it all away. I saw a forageable up in the mountain. I didn't have space. It's 1 o'clock. I'm really pushing it. But I really need that wild horseradish. Nice. Ooh, 110. Okay. Am I going to make it the 50 minutes? You would think so, but it's going to be close. 120. Ooh, 30 more. because it's Saturday, all of the foraging does remix and respawn on Sunday, so that's why I decided to go for the wild horseradish. Otherwise, I would have just left it the next day. Lots of items ready to go. And oh, I've got some mail. I'm gonna sell that Topaz just for some extra money. I do need to get that 2,000. I want that backpack. I know I'll get more Topaz. It's not a rare item. Oh, level 1 picks up. Get some pickaxe proficiency and I can make a cherry bomb. That'll be nice. This does mean I'll get max energy tomorrow, even though I fell asleep later. So with that, we end day 6, our first week. We'll start